Well, hopefully you guys can hear me. If you can you please let me know? I lost my light, and so I had to have this light I bought a while ago that helps with my lighting. So unfortunately it glares against my glasses. And I look a little rough because I haven't had a chance to shave yet, so. But if you guys can hear me, can you at least let me know? Can you hear me okay? I'm gonna wait a few minutes for people to pop in. Thank you for watching, and thanks for everybody's support that has been saying nice things. Okay. Thank you for letting me know you can hear me. Because sometimes the little bracket thing that I have, sometimes it plugs the speaker and so you can't hear me. So I'm just basically coming on here to answer questions and celebrate my being down in the 200s, which I'm excited about. I've had a few different questions people have asked me, and people are wondering, how am I doing this, and so on and so forth. So I'll take off my glasses for a second so you guys can see me without my glasses. But yeah, I look a little rough today. It's been a rough weekend. Yeah, I've lost the light, so I pulled out this light that I bought that goes around my phone to help me get good lighting. So hopefully that works. You're welcome for sharing the journey. Thank you for saying I'm motivational. That's part of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Did I do anything special to start fasting? Yes, it was a transition. I slowly started to get off of sugars. Was a big one. I stopped drinking sodas. I stopped doing I slowly started to get off carbs, eating snack foods like chips and stuff. I started to go to more of salads and, healthy meats. I tried to downsize my meal sizes and stuff like that. So I kind of transitioned slowly, and then I started to do like extended fasts, and like a 16-hour fast, and then I would eat for, keep my meals between an 8-hour window. So the what do they call it, I forgot the name of it. Anyways, so I started to transition that way, and then I tried, I went into a longer period of fast. I did like a 72-hour fast, and then I went back and did the alternate fast thing, and then I eventually just stopped and stuck with the fast. So I slowly transitioned myself into it. Hi Lisa, thanks for saying hello. Derek, you're always a big supporter, thank you. Let's see, intermittent fasting. Yes, thank you. I was trying to remember the name of it. Let's see, some other questions people had asked from my previous post. Oh, my lifestyles. One, they asked where I live. Originally, I live out of the Salt Lake City area in Utah. My kids live there. My brother lives there, and that's kind of where I base myself out of. But I mostly just pass through and stop and have dinner with my children, and say hi or something like that, and spend a little time with them. My current lifestyle is very rough. As I drive truck, my schedules are really hard on me, especially Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, because I have to vary my schedule depending on my delivery times and stuff like that, and I have a real rough sleep schedule and stuff, so that makes it difficult. I wish I was in a place where I could just sit and where I could be on a good schedule for working out and being able to do walking and some exercising, but sometimes my schedule just doesn't allow for it, and I'm trying to figure out how to get it to work to where I can do that, and I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm trying to figure it out. It's been rough. Let's see. Questions. Preparation is key. You can do it. I'm in the coaching class. Yeah, the coaching class of AHA was very helpful. I suggest it to anybody that's going into fasting. I myself signed up for it, so keeping motivation is mostly about my self-worth. I feel like I have value. I feel what I'm doing has value. People like you guys and the comments that you guys make greatly add to that. My brother is a big motivator for me. He keeps me going. My kids are also a great motivator for me. They have been big supporters of me and encouraging me, and they also are, just because they're my children, they're inspiration to me. So how long will you continue this fast? Are you going to go until you reach a certain weight goal? Yes, I'm going to go until I reach 200 pounds. I kind of had a weight goal and a body fat percentage goal. A normal person is around 18 to 20% body fat, and that's kind of where I'm headed. As far as unhealthy, to get too far down as body fat is, I think it's 6% body fat is when you start getting into the danger zone, but I don't plan on going down even close to that. I mean, I'm getting 18, maybe 15, I don't know, we'll see how I feel. I have lost, that's a good question. I'm 13 pounds away from 300 pounds, so let's see, that's 287, is that right? Yeah, 287. I've lost 287 pounds, so I'm 13 pounds away from having lost 300 pounds, 400 pounds away from having lost half my body weight when I started. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I do haul reefer. I haul all the food that you guys are getting and eating. I'm not though. But yeah, it's crazy. And it's crazy the way that you have to interact and deal with every stop, because everybody has a different protocol for the situation right now. So yeah, that makes things difficult as well. Thank you, Gina. Appreciate that. Or Guyana. I'm sorry. How do I pronounce that? Guyana? Sounds right. I appreciate that you appreciate me sharing my story, because I did have a difficult time during the Christmas season. I wanted to do something different, and things didn't work out, and so I got kind of frustrated and got a little discouraged. But luckily I held on to continuing my fast and worked my way through it. That's why you guys hadn't seen me for a while since my last video, so, or before my last video. How long has it been since I've been in the 200s? I think it's been almost 9 years, 10 years. And that was because back then, once again, I did lose the weight that I had then, and I started at like 475. So I wasn't quite as heavy as I was this time. So I am not unfamiliar with gaining, losing. I have done that in my life, and it's not a good thing. And this time I'm going to use a gauge of my pant size. It's kind of interesting, but that's how I'm going to do it. When they get a little tight, it's time to fast. It's time to take a little break from food for a little bit, and let's get the little extra weight off. No more going up or buying bigger sizes or anything like that. I'm going to fast. I'm going to find a way to keep it off. The vitamins and minerals do you use? I've shown people over and over again in my previous videos. I'll show you again. If you can see that without the glare, maybe not. It says My Kind of Organic, Certified Organic Whole Foods, Men's Multi 40 Whole Food Multivitamins. That's what I use. This, the glare is too much. It's called Trace Minerals, TM Sports, Electrolytes, Stamina. Those are the electrolytes that I use, or the minerals. And I use Redmond salt. And as far as coffee goes, I only drink it if I need to stay awake. And someone said something about detoxing, drinking coffee when I'm detoxed. I can't imagine that I need to detox any more than I already have. I think I've been detoxed about as much as you can detox. Do you have a Fitbit? No, but I need to get something that tracks my steps. And hit a parking lot while loads are being taken off his truck. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing, and thank you, Lisa, for that. I'm going to try and find time when I'm either stopped getting unloaded or, you know, things like that, to try and get out of my truck and walk around. That's basically all I want to try and do. That's my first goal. I feel great. The strange part is that I feel a little off because I'm not carrying as much weight, so my body is not as having to take care of as much weight, if that makes sense. So I'm not I'm not carrying as much weight, so it feels a little different is all, but I feel great. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. I like sharing my story, and I will be sharing it more and more. My energy is still the same. It's really weird. It's like I would expect that my energy would be low, or that I would be tired, or lethargic, but I'm not. I feel the same that I would feel if I was eating, or when I was eating, other than the fact that I feel lighter. Let's see. Thank you, Sonia, for the good luck. Good on your journey. Let's see. Going through the comments. What have I done to lose the weight, Brandon? Fast. I'm just fasting. That's it. It's really interesting because when I originally started this is the story behind it. I thought to myself, I know a lot about nutrition, and I know a lot about fitness, strangely enough. And I thought to myself, well, why can't I just use the energy that's in my body? And so I started doing research about fasting, and I found the Angus Barbieri story. Angus Barbieri has the Guinness Book of World Record for the longest fast, and the Guinness Book of World Record no longer recognizes fast because they believe that it's unhealthy and that people have put themselves at risk when they've done it, so they don't want to recognize it as a Guinness Book of World Record anymore, which is fine. I understand that, because a lot of people don't see the doctor, and they don't pay attention to it, and they don't do it properly. So, needless to say, when I saw his story, I thought, well, if he's done it, and he did it under a doctor's care, which I've seen a doctor, and I get monitored as well. I thought, well, why can't I do it? Why can't I just burn off the fat by fasting? So that's why I started doing it. I also did the research and looked into the newest, latest, greatest information on fasting, and that's where I found Jason Fung, F-U-N-G, Fung, because he seemed to be like one of the prominent speakers about fasting. And so I said, okay, well, if he's according to what he's saying, he was a big believer in what Angus Barbieri did, I thought, why would I get surgery and put myself at risk like that? Why not just let my body eat itself? And then I heard about fasting, autophagy, and all these different things that happen when you go into a fasting state. So that was the story behind where I got the idea to do this. Alright, let's see. Thank you Foster. Let's see. Is it easier with your driving trucks? It has made it easier driving trucks in so much that I'm able to get in and out easier. I'm able to move around more. When I was 580 pounds, I don't know if you guys have watched my original video, but when I went to weigh in at the hospital, I had to be put in a wheelchair and wheeled from my truck to the scale, which was only at about 200-300 feet, because I had a hard time walking and I had a hard time getting around. So I said, so at that point, I was paying people to open the doors on my truck, get my paperwork, put my load locks up, do all kinds of work for me. I mean, I was really in a bad state, and so it's changed a lot of that. Let's see. Thank you, Lakeisha. I appreciate that. Yeah, my first video is pretty wild. What was wild was when I stepped on the scale on actually that scale's from yesterday, by the way. It was yesterday morning. I had to step on it a couple times because I didn't believe it, because yeah, I was excited, but I was like, wow, I'm actually in the 200s. I do have a YouTube. The problem is that I usually take the videos from Facebook and transfer them over to the YouTube, and I haven't been doing that. I haven't had the time to do it, but I do want to continue that and update it so that I can continue to have that YouTube channel. But yes, I'd like to have the YouTube channel. But I also have more people that watch here, which is really interesting. Have my aches and pains. Yes, I was having trouble with my knee real bad, and that's recovered. When I was heavy, that was probably the worst pain. But yeah, a lot of the aches and pains and mobility issues have definitely gotten way better. I have never been to the gym in the TA. I don't know. I didn't know they had a gym. But I'll look that up. Thanks, Siron. Yeah, when I started, it wasn't that long ago, June 1st of 2020. Crazy. Well, I appreciate that, Medji. I do have a YouTube channel. It's under Timmy the Genius. I just have to update it with the latest videos. I've done like 3 or 4 videos here, and I just need to transfer them over. How did I pass the DOT physical? Well, when I was heavy, it was, I actually didn't pass. I had to get on some medication at the time for my blood pressure. Oh, speaking of which, my blood pressure is really interesting. It's at 118/84, I think, when I last checked it, which is the lowest it's ever been. My ketones are still at about 5.1. My blood sugars are like 50. So my body's producing blood sugars. Thank you, Caroline. Yes, I took charge of my health, that's for sure. Thank you everybody for the hearts and likes. I appreciate that. That's awesome. I'm scrolling through your questions here, so be patient with me. Yeah, I'll check the trucker path. Thanks, Zyron. Yeah, when I'm not sure how to make YouTube and this thing work either at the same time, or if I should do live YouTube and then transfer it over to here. I don't know which is better. Maybe someone can suggest. I was not diabetic, but my doctor did say that I was on the borderline of being pre, is what he said. No, I don't use ketone strips because they're not accurate enough. I use a blood test. I actually have a blood test for my ketones and my blood sugars. So I do it the official way. Someone asked if I'm worried about returning to eating. No, I'm not worried about it. It'll be a slow process that I'll take my time. I'm not going to be in a hurry. I'll be using like bone broth. I've talked to Kevin James about some ideas. I'm going to be consulting with Jason Fung's clinic to put together a refeeding process. There's another clinic that I was looking into too. I haven't decided yet, but there might be a clinic that I actually check into, and I'll actually live on the facility while I do the refeeding process. So I'm not sure yet, but there's a couple different options. My weight that I'm going to stop at is, well, 200 pounds, but my lowest weight I've ever been in my life was 193. And I was really healthy and fit and at my best shape probably at 193. So I'm naturally a pretty thick guy, so I mean, and I like lifting weights and I like working out, so those things will be part of my lifestyle. Why do you when do you plan on refeeding? I plan on refeeding when I hit my goal. I don't eat solid food at all. I haven't had solid food since the day before June 1st. And, you know, it's funny, I can drink other things, but I don't. I only have water. I mean, a lot of people talk about diet sodas and diet drinks, or even putting like things in my water to try and you know, or even energy drinks and stuff like that, but I don't drink anything other than water and coffee when I need it to stay awake. My daily energy is great. I have no problems. The only reason I take a nap is because of my crazy schedules on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. I mean, my sleep schedule is messed up because of the fact of my job. It has nothing to do with my diet. And you'd be amazed what I put myself through and I don't eat. And, you know, people talk about their stressful lifestyle or their difficulty with their jobs or whatever because of what it does to the body and stuff like that. I mean, I put myself through a lot. And but yet I'm still able to function and drive. I mean, the weather conditions that I drive through, I drive through snow-packed roads. I'm functioning just fine. I'm coherent. Ask my brother. My mind is in a state of I'm in a lot of reflection and a lot of deep understanding of life and people and situations, and I really enjoy exploring what some would call the human condition. I have a lot of so a lot of the things I listen to and a lot of things that I learn about are things about understanding people and the way we work and the way we are, and that's because, and this is a little life lesson for you all, if it were. I've grown to understand that life, everyone has a perspective. Everyone has an individual's perspective on life. And to judge another person from your perspective is difficult to do because you don't understand the other person's perspective. You don't know where they came from. You don't know what they've dealt with. And so when I go into situations and I talk to people and I interact with others, I always have respect for their perspective. And I give them that latitude, and I give them that respect, because their perspective is always, every single individual's perspective is different, and you have to respect that when you interact with others. Just the tidbit. Okay, I gotta get back to these questions here. Hold on. Okay, when do you... okay, here we go. In the beginning, I did start to drink diet soda, but then I learned about how diet soda can actually spike your insulin, or is it your insulin? Yeah, your blood sugars. Anyways, my energy's fine. I don't get muscle cramps. I did in the beginning a little bit, and I don't know why. I'm thinking mostly just toxins and stuff coming out of my body sometimes. Am I supposed to push this blue button to see what these people are saying because they're different kinds of chats, or is it just telling me what they're saying below? Oh, Chris James. Sorry. I said Kevin James. Sorry, Chris. My bad. I don't know. Oh, because the other... Yeah, anyways. I actually talked to Chris James once. I paid to have a consultation with him, and I told him in the beginning what I was doing, and so he knows what's going on. Let's see, how much water do you consume a day? I consume anywhere from a gallon to a gallon and a half, depending on how thirsty I am. Thanks, Foster. Yeah, I know, it just different guy. My brother shows my picture to people that I know back home, and he's like, he's half the person he used to be. That's an interesting question. Everybody has someone asked me about praying. Everybody has their different belief on who and what are, I have my own way and my own relationship with the different entities that is personal. So, no disrespect, it just, I have my own thing. I have my own view of organized religion that sometimes I feel is a little restrictive, if you get my drift. But I do have a relationship with all those things. And you have been fasting, and I have a deep, deep feeling of gratitude for everything that has been given to me, that's been taught to me, the people in my life. I have a great gratitude for the crew, whoever's created me and whoever is the orchestrator of this life. So know that my heart is full of gratitude, always. You know, that's a funny question. Sasoia? She says, how much weight are you losing a day versus when you started till now? Well, the interesting part of that is that it has stayed consistently 1.3 pounds a day. I cannot tell you why, but I have stayed at a very high level. Now, I have discussed in the past that when you eat a certain level of calories, you set your inner thermostat, or your, oh crap, I forgot the name of the word again. Metabolism. There you go. Your metabolism at a certain level. My metabolism was set at about 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day is what I was eating when I first started. Now, when I started fasting, my metabolism was set at that level. According to what I'm losing a day, it's still there. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't know if there's a scientific way to prove it, but it would seem that my metabolism's still at 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day, because I'm still losing 1.3 pounds a day, which is crazy, because normally it's 0.75 pounds a day. So, go figure. Fasting does allow you to, well, yeah, it does allow you to look at things different. That's for sure. I mean, you're in a discipline that you're doing something that most people can't do, or think that is impossible to do. I have people commenting all the time that, how's that possible? So, and if I tell people what I'm doing to lose weight, they can't believe it. It just doesn't, they almost can't fathom it. Lauren Lockman. I'll have to look that one up. Dr. Sabi. Yeah, Dr. Sabi's pretty cool too. I've looked him up before. There's a lot of good teachers out there, don't get me wrong. It's just that trying to follow so many different teachers can be time consuming. So you gotta kind of just find somebody that works for you, you know? I'm feeling great, and I couldn't say that name if my life depended on it. Adagia. Okay, I think I might have got it. And of course, James. Yes, We all love Chris James. Chris James is great. I really enjoy him. Let's see. Alright. We're getting close to the end here. Any other questions? Anybody want to throw up real quick before we go? What was your longest fast? Are you really asking that? You mean what was my longest fast before this one? 7 days. I think I fasted once for 7 days before I started this. That's someone asked about when did I stop having hunger. The most difficult part of getting into fasting is the first 5 to 10 days, because your body's getting past all of those cravings. It's detoxing. You got all those things that you got to go through that get your body cleansed out, and 5 to 10 days is the usual difficult part for people. So yeah, sorry, my mouth's drying out. All right, last chance. Any other questions? And we'll try to check in again next week. Yeah, I'm looking a little scruffy, and I'm feeling healthy. I'm not feeling weak. It's always interesting when people say that, because your body's still getting all the energy it needs. I mean, the energy is there. No worries, Kimberly. Whatever questions you got, just throw in real quick, because we're going to end up here soon. But yeah, it's been a fun journey. I've got, like I said, I'm in the 200s now, so I'm 94 pounds away from my goal. I've lost, from 580, so pretty crazy. Alright, much love to everyone. I appreciate everybody's support, everybody coming on and asking questions. I'll see you guys all in about a week, and I hope everybody stays safe and healthy. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and you're all very welcome. Thank you for the gratitude. I'm grateful for you guys and your support and all your great comments. Thank you, thank you. Much love. Stay safe. Night all.